Hello, Internet. Hello. Today I'm gonna do a video showing character creation in HarnMaster Kethira or HMK. I'll be using my own version of a toolkit. Some of the features which are also in the free version are not in the latest update to HMK toolkit, but they'll come soon. So today I'll do character creation, and I'll I'll roll everything randomly except for two things. I'm gonna use I'm gonna create a human character, and it's gonna be from El Mirendi. So the first thing to do, I'm opening the PDF at the right location. So the first thing to do in Toolkit is to open this page here, and this lets us create the first 10 steps of the character generation process. These steps follow the steps in the rule book. So as I said, is going to be a human, so folk is going to be human, but I'm going to roll everything else for randomly. And what I'll do actually is reposition these things here like that, and I use my rollers. I added character generation rollers here for this purpose. So the age group, it's a D100 for young, mature, or adult. So I'm gonna roll 18, so he's gonna be young. So this is this here, it's already selected. And then for the birthday, it's day 30, day 12. So day 30, the 28th, day 12, 7th month. And I include here what you need to roll for the birthday for a young character. So it's 690 plus 1 d10. So I'll roll d10. So it's 8. So it's 698. So sun sign is Iran, the eagle. These are the social modifier and the bonus development point. So we've done this roll. The third is to determine the sun sign, which is already done for us. And those are the modifiers, they're shown here. Now he has a sun sign trait that is dependent on his sun sign. So it's a d6. I'm going to roll a d6. So it's 2. So it's instinctive. As we see here, the roll 2 for Iran is instinctive. As I said, it's going to be from the region of Emervenet. And now we need to roll for the realm. So we have the realms here in this region, and the numbers after the name are the probability. So I'm going to roll the 100, 29. So 29 is from the Fundalan Shire. I won't enter anything for the settlement yet. You can see that the native language has been settled for us. If you're unsure of what the language are, you can always open this this tool here, select the region, and you see the native language. In some cases, there are alternate native languages that you can select and put here, but not in this case. The society has been set to feudal, and the pantheon was binarian, but you might have also the cult of the covenant. Those are the two. That would have been more if it was in the Emily range, but I guess it's possible to have it somewhere else also. All right, so we're at step 6 now. We have done those steps, and you have all the region here. So now we're at step 6. So we open this. So since it's a marinade, it's a feudal occupation. So we are on this table here. Social class for characters are rolled in the d20. So it rolled 19. Wow, he rolls a noble. So we have noble here. These are the occupation for noble. They're set for the society and the social class automatically. So on the noble class here, you roll 1d100. 95. Okay, so tenant in chief. Okay, so he's a noble. So and tenant in chief. So I need to roll another d100 to see which of those it is. 84. So it's a baron. So he's a baron. And the urban is 100 with use the background roll d100 to generate the same time as the tenant chief. So I rolled 84. So that's simply urban, not the urban expansion. So let's roll for the. So we're at step 9 now. So I'm gonna close this and open step 8, 9. So we use the same rule for the background. So now we are at estrangement. So it's simply the 188. So is popular. And here for the for the stats, depending on the age group, it's going to tell you how to roll for physical and for mental attributes. I use the some minimum option, so it shows you what those are also for the age group. And so we're just going to roll in order here. So for the physical, for young, it's 5d10, the best 3 out of 5, not d10, d6. So I'm going to roll those. So it's 14, 15, 16, wow, 16, 13, 11. I'll come back to voice afterwards. Let's go with the mental. Mental is always best 3 out of 46, so we're here. 12, 15, 10, same, 12, empathy of 16, eloquence of 9. And for the voice, it's always 46 plus 3, so it's 15. Okay, so here you have the sum of the physical and the sum of the mental attributes. So as we see, the sum of 85 is greater than the minimum, and the sum of 74 is greater than 73. So there's no additional points to attribute there. For my players, I allow 2 swaps from the physical attributes, excluding comeliness, but including voice, and one swap of two stats from the physical, and one swap from the mental. But let's go with this for this character. So we're now at the persona. So we did all of these. And so we're at the morality. So morality, you roll 4d6 and pick 3 of those. So I'm gonna roll 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have the 4d6 here. So I have a choice of 10 or 16. Let's go with 16. So his principal is shown here. Now with the Arcane Talent roll. So his aura is 12. So we're in that column here. We roll the d20 and I roll a 16. So he has 2 DP in his spirit and no talent. Now we check for grace, living grace. It's on this table here. Just checking if there's a modifier, so there's not. So it's a straight d20. I roll 11, so there's no grace. And now for the psyche, this depends on the age group. So 1 for the young, 2 for the mature, and 3 for the old characters. Since this is a young person, is going to be 1d20, which roll is 7, so there's no psychic here. So once you're done with this goes to the 10.6 steps in the character creation. When you're done here, you have to put a name. You can put a temporary name if you don't want, but this is going to be Theobald. Let's see that. And then you press save and close. I'm going to see him appear automatically here in the characters by default. New characters are in the characters group. So if I save and close, we see Theobald here. And Theobald has those stats, those background information. This has not been done yet. We need to do something here. And these are the default skills. He does have the name of his native language here, and the spirit bonus DP have been applied already. So once you've done these steps, the next step normally is to choose an occupation, and we can check the occupations here. But the next part is done in the skill development window, which is this one here. So you start by loading a character. So I'm going to load Theobald. You set it in the DP stage mode. This gives you an overview of the character. He's a young human. He's 22 from a urban background. He has 2 bonus languages, DP. Those are the stats, strength, endurance, the voice is here. And since it's not a non-human character, he doesn't have folk skills here. So he starts at the Arcane Talent skill. So normally you choose an occupation first. And what this gives you here is an overview of all the skill base for all the skills. And if the skill base is 15 or more, it's highlighted like this. So this shows you kind of where his strengths are. You also have for each of the skill groups the sun sign bonus here for fate rolls, and the bonus development points for this group here. So we see that he's strong in physical skills, strong in melee and throwing. He has good craft skills, skill base, good in animal craft. So I'll go with military profession. I don't personally restrict the choice of occupation based on social class, so I offer all the occupation here. So there's I don't have any restriction. But since he's a noble and his father is a baron, he's gonna be at least a knight, I guess. Well, we can check what these occupations are in the family here. So, yeah, okay, it's going to be a knight bachelor. So, knight bachelor right there. Okay. So then you do the skills, the skill steps. So assign skill development point. The first step is folk skills, but this is for the non-human, so this has been unselected by default. The second step is Arcane Talent skills. This has been done automatically because he only has a spirit DP, and we entered that he had 2 in the previous step, so this has been done for us. So now we have family skill here. So family skill, you choose skills from your parents' occupation. So this is going to be in these tables. It's going to be at noble. Okay. So for a noble character, the wealth die you have to see on page 51, the sidebar, and it's going to show you that for tenant in chief. It's going to be a D30 for the wealth die. But otherwise, you have the choice of picking up so this tells you that all ability have the option of taking any of these skills at 1 DP maximum as family skill. And you have two options. Either half the SM of the any first family skill from the gentry occupation, or up to half SM for the asterisk skill from a noble parent occupation. So he has the option to take any of these at DP1 or any of the, since he's a tenant chief, he has access to those plus Manor Lord plus Bachelor. So he can take half of throwing, half of survival, half of weapon craft if he chooses this one here. So he'll take, let's see, he'll take, so you have to choose the right steps here, the red phase. And once you want to add a DP, you just select a skill and press a button here. This will increase the DP here, like it says here. Skill base is, of course, the skill base for the skill. SM is the default skill multiplier for all the default skills. And the ML is computed when you have more than one. The sum of SM and DP is more than 0. Okay, so for this character, I'm going to take a script. So one script from this here. I'm going to take riding 1. When you select the skills for a phase, they're written here. And you have the number of DP that you spent here. So you know if you're at 5 and which they were. So you can come back to an earlier step and modify your choices for that step if you want. I'm gonna take command. I'm gonna take weapon craft. And so I'm at 4. I have one more to choose from. It's gonna be survival. So we see that I have chosen my 5 DP in the family skills. So next step is background skill. He's from an urban background. So this is going to be, where is it? Oh, it's going to be in this other window. Background skill. So is a urban background. So this is what you can choose. I'll take intrigue. I'll take folklore. I'll take animal craft. Okay, so it's going to be 2 folklore. And 2 intrigue. So I'm at 5 here. I spent 1 in animal craft, 2 in folklore, and 2 in intrigue. The next step is bonus language points. Those are listed here. Depends on your age, and so I'm going to spend So the native language is already written here. This comes from your background. He's from the gentry, so he starts with 5 DP in his base language, which is this one here. I have 2 bonus DP to put there. I'll put one here, and I'll open a new language, and this is going to be Arctic. And at this point, I opened this tool here to see if from the Himmel region and he speak Himalayan, does he have a regional bonus for Arctic? No, he does not. Those are the original language for which he has a bonus. And does he has a family bonus? You check this here. And Arctic is listed in his Jaren family boost. So he has actually, and you see it appear here for language 1, he has a family boost here. So I write this in the SM and he spent 1 DP. So for this 1 DP, he has 2 times his skill base, which is not very good. Okay, so he speaks barely Arctic at this point. So those were the 2 DP that he has in bonus languages, and now we're at occupation skills. So let's find 9 bachelor. Okay. So now we're at occupation skills. So again, we're back to the 9 bachelor here. I'm going to put all of these into the character, so in order. So he has melee 2. The occupation skill appear here instead of on this line. Melee 2, throwing 2, riding 2, survival 2, heraldry 2, initiative 1, command 1, physician 1, and musician 1. For musician, there's a specialty, so you have to enter something. Let's go with lute for the moment. So I gave him all those 9 bachelor skills. Oh, I forgot weapon craft 2. Yeah, here, weapon craft 2. So melee, throwing, riding, survival, weapon craft, heraldry, initiative. Okay, everything's there. So that's completes step occupation skill. And then since he's young, he only has 1 set of optional skills. If you can select the veteran or old because he's not mature or old. So now I need to think what those sun sign skills are going to be. So he's going to have 3 here, 1 here bonus, and 1 here. So in an optional skill, I'm going to increase. He has pretty good melee already. Initiative. It's gonna have 1. I'm gonna use this one for initiative here. He's pretty good at riding. I'm gonna use acrobatics twice. And awareness once. So I'm at 3. I'm gonna improve his Harnic language. And I'm gonna improve his physician here. So I spent my 5 optional skills. Now I'm at the sun sign bonus skills. So I'm gonna use one here, one here, one here. That's it. And for the sun sign, I'm gonna use this on initiative here. So this completes the character's DP investment. You have to make sure you enter the specialties for the for all the skills with that have Rani. His musician is there. So what you can do now is you can press this button. This exports the choices that you made here. So if you want to come back later and change those, when you save the character, those are lost. So you can just export this export it in a text file directly into your download folder with the name of the character. You can put it somewhere else to save it. And then you save and close. And now if you go back to Theobald, you'll see that all his updated skills are here. So he has Arnik and Emmeline as oh, I forgot to include the specialty for the script. Okay, so let's do that. So when you need to change something like that, you go back to this same development window, you reload the character. As I said, those are gone here. So I forgot to write the script. Again, for that, you use the region and language tool, and it gives you the normal script that people know. So it's Lucky's. So I put Lucky's here, and then save and close. And now he has the right script here. You can write, if you prefer, you can write script with the name. So you could put script like that, for instance. And it appears like this. So some people prefer that. So yeah, we have a character with the skills. So I realized that I made a mistake and forgot to include one bonus DP for sun sign. So when you want to make modification, again, you go to skill development table, you load the character. When you load a character, it's automatically set in the skill development role mode, because after character creation, normally it's what you're going to do. And at that time, the increase is by 1 instead of by skill base. So in this case, we don't want this mode. We want to be able to add DP. I'm not checking DP stage because I'm not tracking what I invested in. So I'm just going to add 1 DP to physician and save and close. And now the physician is updated. So at this point, the next steps are the character details. The first one is going to be standing. This comes from 2 sources. The family will die. Depends on the parent's occupation. In this case, it's tenant in chief, so it's a D30. And the number of of dice that you roll depends on your estrangement. The occupation well die depends on your own PC occupation, which is in this case is not bachelor, so it's going to be a D8. And the number of dice depends on your age group. So for a young, it's only one. So I'm going to roll. His estrangement is popular, so I'm going to roll 4d30 and 1d8. So I guess this guy is going to be wealthy. So 4d30, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be 27 plus 26 plus 16 plus 8, 77 plus 1d8 plus 2. So his wealth is 79. Incredible. Never had so high a wealth before. So he's here. Well, his father's a baron, so that fits the bill. Okay. So that means two things. He's going to have 790 coins on him after character creation, unless he spends some of that to equip himself. And he's going to have a budget of 7,900 pennies to equip himself. The mysteries, this part is already done for us, so it's based on the character's aura. It's 50 plus the skill base aura, secondary modifier. He has no grace. You have to set the piety yourself. So since his non-clergy, and his ritual is 1, maximum piety is 1, and we assume he has 1 left. And he's gonna have a blessing bonus. So let's check what Larini has in terms of doctrine. So he's gonna use it for initiative, and the ceremony is gonna be Soratir. So you put the ceremony here. Soratir. The bonus is gonna be +1. The bonus. Oh, let me check that. So I chose initiative here, and the bonus ritual intellect +1, so it's +2. And I chose, and you'll note that the doctrine here, initiative here is this line here. When I write initiative, if I don't make mistakes spelling it, it will put a reminder that you have a blessing bonus here. And if you press the option key, any skill that has an effective AML different than their master level is highlighted, and this shows you that he has 67 of effective AML because of the blessing here. So if we go on, we can do the appearance here. So for appearance, you use this this window. You again load the character, and then we can do this part here. So Emile Rene is a mid latitude, so we use this line here. So I'm going back to my roller. This is a D100. So 42, so he's medium, which is already set. Now the hair color depends on the complexity, so we're in the medium here. Another D100, 71. So he has brown hair, which is the average. We go on for eye color. Again, it's depending on the complexity here. It's 27, so he has brown eyes. And then usually before going to the build, I do the handedness here directly. So let's roll for this, and he has 47, so he's right-handed. For the characters build, this is based on the character's strength, which is 14. So you check here, you find a 14. For human, this is the table here. So I roll a D100, roll 75, so 14, 75. These are the value, 73 inches tall. And for the weight, his base is 174, but you add 3d6, if I remember correctly. And yeah, 3d6. So I'm just gonna roll 3d6, 12. So is 182. Right, that's it. So all of those are here. 182 and 6'1", so he's tall and medium. The frame is set for you here. So you can continue on with the backstory. I think it's a good idea. It's very fun, and I usually do it with characters. I'm not gonna do it right now because this video is already quite long. But what you would do here is write those details here. So, for example, siblings is the fourth of 6, for instance, and you can take notes for that. But I strongly suggest you do that. It's very fun and interesting. So we're at this point now. We're ready to equip the character. So you can equip the character by using the edit equipment method here, which lets you, for instance, select a suit of armor. He has a lot of cash to spend, so let's go over to plate and mail. Which is, you see it live how it affects his armor value protection, but it also tells you how much is going to be encumbered by that. So let's not do that. It's a bit excessive. So let's remove some of these. There's a lot of encumbrance. So the male oberk, leg legging, male legging. Let's remove those two. And maybe the plate cuirass. The greaves. Yeah, let's remove the greaves. Okay, so that gives him a net encumbrance of 0 because of his strength. Strength is 14, so it gives him a strength modifier to encumbrance of -10 here. That's already a good protection. So in terms of mini weapon, and you can see that he is now at 1,484 in gear spent. So let's go with he's gonna have a sword. He's gonna have let's go with a broadsword and a knight shield as main weapons. Oh, he's rich, so let's not do that, and you can turn on you can show the masterwork items with this button here. So of course he's rich, he's gonna have a masterwork. Let's go with broadsword. Masterwork 4 broadsword. As you add weapons, they show up here, and let's give him a masterwork knight shield. When you add a shield, for instance, here you get automatically the shield press line and the dodge with shield value here, which includes the shield mod is here. And we're at 2,800 here. So let's give him also a dagger. His archery is not good, but his throwing is pretty good. Maybe you can have a Sharkana here. And again, when you add a weapon that is usually a thrown weapon, it gives you a thrown weapon section here. So let's go with that for the moment in terms of weapons. I'll give him, I assume he's going to be an adventurer. This is a character I roll for one of the characters, players in my group. Let's assume that he's a knight errant that is left home and is going around the country. So maybe he's on a quest or something. So let's add a backpack to him. And he's going to have a purse. He's going to have a silk purse because he's rich. And maybe a belt pouch. Small belt pouch. I might give him an elixir or something like that. And then expedition equipment, he's going to have a heavy bedroll. As you add the equipment, you have to add the equipment directly into containers. This is because it's managed by containers, so you can drop a container or pick it up for a combat. This button here, when it's dark like that, it doesn't show the empty containers. That's why the other containers aren't shown. Weren't shown up to now. When you add something in a container, it gives you the weight of the content. And this is the weight of the container itself. This is the weight of all the weapons. So you can have a rundown here of all the weapons and the weight of the containers here. So a blanket, I'm gonna put water skin. I'm gonna put it in the box in his belt pouch. He's gonna have he's already encumbered. Right. well, let's buy him a horse. For things like that, I'm going to go to the price compendium. So you open it, you press tab to go to the search field. Then you type something to search. So let's give him a palfrey, maybe. Or warhorse, yeah. Charger, courser. Let's see what that gives us. So you select a character to add it to those values. You have to choose, if you're buying an item that goes into a container, you have to choose the container. In this case, it's not something that's going to carry. So normally I put those into the short notes. So you check that so that it will add it to the short notes. And since I'm creating a character, I'm not spending his coin, so I press the Don't Manage Coin. If I press Buy Convenience, you see that it added Warhorse Destroyer here. So I'm gonna add, stuff with for the horse. So I'm gonna add the blanket horse. Again, everything is still selected, so I just add that, and it writes it here. I'm gonna use saddle war. So I'm adding that to and I need saddlebags too. So I'll add that to him. And when you have that, what I do is I write those things that are I usually would put on the horse in there. So let's say I want to add a tarpaulin. I would add again to the short note because it's on the horse. All right. Well, you see how it works and how character creation works here. So normally you check if the amount of gear. In this case, it's ludicrous how much he can buy. So I don't take too many notes because I know he has the budget for them. But that pretty much concludes the character generation for this guy. So the last thing that would be to add a portrait for him. So let me try to. So you find a picture. Ideally, this picture is kind of square, and then you drag it and you drop it on the portrait here. The default is the a map of the region of the birthplace, but you can add any picture that you want. If you want to remove it, you right click on it and do this. So he's from Elmerene, so that's the map, but you can just drag a picture and that's it. So thank you for watching this video. This was a demonstration of character creation for HNK, HarnMaster Kethira. If you have any questions, please join the Discord for Celestia Production and ask away. Hopefully I'll do other video in this series. So thanks everyone.